What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Fantasy Alarm NFL live stream. Happy Thursday night. I'm your host, Howard Bender. With me, of course, Jen Piacenti. And Jen, are you super stoked about this Titans-Jaguars matchup?
Yeah, because I needed time to also do my laundry and wash my dishes tonight. Yeah. Great programming.
Well, I don't really understand it. This is like the fifth year in a row that they've used this as a Thursday night game. I had all these data points on the game. I think I threw them away because it was like, ugh. Like they're 2-2 against each other on Thursday night football. The Titans have covered the spread 6 out of the last 7 times that they faced each other. Jacksonville's like 2-4 against the spread and I was like, so it's Tennessee again. Okay, great. Yeah. Thanks. Like, and not even these teams don't even have like a London game next week, you know, to turn around. Maybe if the Jags had to travel to London and they were like, oh, well, let's give them that extra time and whatever. No, it's not even that. Everybody's playing regular next week. Right. So, talk to me here. Highlights of this game, high points of this game, anything that you even remotely like in this game?
No, Derrick Henry. I like him. That's about it.
I do too. I do. I like Derrick Henry as well.
And yeah. I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, please. I asked you. I always spout off. I mean, people hear too much.
Well, you're the expert for real. I mean, Howard Bender.
Jen, we all know that I'm the eye candy in this relationship. So please, a little respect here. Come on.
You are the eye candy. Yeah, Derrick Henry's actually been historically really good against the Jags too. Besides the fact that he's just been fantastic this year, so I think it could be fun for him. I think Leonard Fournette could also have an interesting game. Actually, he wasn't so great, especially last week, Fournette, but the Titans actually haven't been good against the run game the last 2 weeks. So maybe this is his chance to have a little, production. We'll see. Yeah. But basically, this is boring quarterback versus boring quarterback. Mariota doesn't throw. None of the wide receivers are interesting. It's pretty boring. I mean, sorry, Titans and Jacksonville fans.
But I don't even think you need to apologize. I think they know that they're boring. Like, that's the thing. They know they're boring. I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, listen, I posted a bunch of notes about it and a bunch of things in the DFS watch list. You guys can go over to fantasyalarm.com and check out the DFS watch list. I highlight some players here. I mean, if I had to pick a quarterback to like here, it would probably be Mariota. You know what it is? I think that this Jalen Ramsey situation is really just, I think this is what's distracting. And, there's no Marcel Darius in the middle of that defensive line. Now that Jalen Ramsey knows, would you play Jalen Ramsey? Doug Marrone says he's going to play him.
Yeah. I mean, sure, because we're not trading him until Friday. Let's get every dollar's worth.
Could you imagine? Like, I was just, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm sorry, but even if you're a general manager and you're trying to get, like, even if you're getting lowballed offers everywhere, like, at least save the guy's health. So that way, when you do trade him, they're not like, well, I don't know, man. He just came up gimpy on that last play of the game. I don't know if I want to deal with this now. So, I mean, I think this is a bit of a distraction. I'm going to lean towards Tennessee. I don't know.
So going to lean towards Tennessee. That's what Vegas too. But, I mean, I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game. I expect it to be very exciting. I said the running backs might be the part. We'll see.
I don't really know what to. I mean, I do know what to expect. I mean, we're sitting there. There's weather conditions that we have to monitor.
That's too.
Right?
So that could make it fun. You never know. Have some dropped balls and running back, and who knows? I mean,
now all I'm picturing is like a bunch of 9-year-olds playing pee-wee football
in the mud.
And like in the mud, but like kicking the football in front of them, trying to recover a fumble. Ay.
That would be good TV.
That would be better TV than what we're about to see tonight.
Totally better TV.
No doubt. Guys, we're broadcasted live here, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope /Twitter, YouTube. You can find us all over there. If you guys have questions happy to answer them for you here. I see some developing in the chat room as we speak.
Good.
We're all here for you. Obviously, you still have another Friday and Saturday of practices to deal with here. But, I mean, at least we can get you started, and especially if you've got a start-sit question that pertains to whether or not you want to use baby shark, baby shark, I can't get it out of my head. I'm ruining everybody else's life with it. I can't help it, but sorry. And for everybody who listens to me on Sirius XM, yes, that's what I look like when I do it. I go, baby shark, like I do the little thing. I don't do the...
You do the white man overbite dance?
I do. Always. Free dance lessons to anybody who wants them. Just hit me up on Twitter at RotoBuzzGuy. Let's get to some questions here that we do have around here. We'll talk more about injuries and stuff like that here for week 3. Guys, go check out Jen's quarter backups video. Ryan Harsh, you want to get into that? You want to give us a preview here of the horrors behind the quarter backup video?
Horrible. It's horrible. Okay, well, so first of all, I mean, we thought, hey, Andrew Luck retiring, that's a huge, big, change in quarterbacks. That was only the beginning, you guys. We got Nick Foles down the first weeks, bringing in Gardner Minshew. Then all of a sudden we've got Breeze down. We've got Roethlisberger down. We've even got Simeon down midway through when he's filling in for Darnold. Then all of a sudden we get the announcement, Daniel Jones is the new starter for New York Giants. I mean, it's just been crazy town. And by the way, there are quite a few good options out there. Josh Allen is one. Also, Taysom Hill, that's an interesting one in super deep leagues. Could be a sneaky play.
I mean, I'll give you this.
Teams, 14-team leagues, maybe a little stash.
See, I mean, I'll give you this. Sean Payton has some really weird affectation for using Taysom Hill. I actually referred to him as Steve Young, I believe.
He did. He referred to him as the next Steve Young. That is an actual quote.
So, I mean, do you think that there's a chance that they actually realize that Teddy Bridgewater was never a good quarterback, has no business quarterbacking the team? Could Taysom Hill come in and take over that job for a couple of weeks before Breeze comes back?
I think it's possible. I mean, they'll definitely use both of them because that's what they do, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to use both of them. I think it's possible. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater's good. And I think they might. Now, again, like I said, this is a total gamble, 14-team league. If you just want to play, ridiculous. But it's interesting. I certainly wouldn't go get Teddy Bridgewater because there's no reason to do that. There's no crazy sneak play there. There's no need for that. So Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, if he's still out there, you could definitely try Daniel Jones. We don't know. Pick him up, not right away. Put him on your bench.
Sure. See how, just sample it. I'm with you. The thing that I think for me, and listen, I'm higher on Mason Rudolph than I think a lot of other people are.
Agree.
I like Daniel Jones. I don't love Daniel Jones, but he's got a good, strong ground game to fall back on, and he's got Sterling Shepard back
coming back. That's right.
And he's got Evan Engram. So I guess I'm bullish on those guys. For me, it's about the value of the other guys. Like everybody's freaking out about the value of Michael Thomas, the value of Juju Smith-Schuster. Obviously, it's a downgrading quarterback, but these are guys who are supposed to transcend the positional change or whatever. Having a different QB there. Are they good enough to sustain their levels of production?
I think Juju is, and I think it would definitely be interesting to look at like James Washington because historically Rudolph and Washington, like in college, they worked so well together, and you could see immediately when he came in that was the target that he felt familiar with, that he liked. So, that's someone to go out and maybe take a grab on. I mentioned that in the video as well. So, DJ Shark, for instance, this is someone we didn't know. Now we all thought D.D. Westbrook, but now Gardner Minshew seems to like Shark. Baby Shark.
Right? See, I told you it's addictive.
Baby Shark. Yeah, totally. So, it's interesting. And that's the thing, like when these quarterbacks change, it's not even just about like, what am I going to do at quarterback? Because we all know you can probably stream quarterbacks and, figure that out. They're going to get you a fair amount of points. You plug in Kyler Murray, whatever. But what are you going to do about everybody else around? Are you freaking out about Alvin Kamara now? He had a terrible game after, Breeze left. Is he going to be terrible now? No, of course not. But
I agree with you. And, it's a great point that you bring up about Chark and James Washington, because I've been saying this for a while now. When you get a quarterback change, whether it's, injury or whatnot, you immediately have to look at who the wide receiver, if it's like a mid-game thing, immediately you have to look at who that wide receiver is that he's hitting the most. If it's right before a game, like we're seeing right now, whether it's, now we know Teddy Bridgewater, now we know Mason Rudolph, the guys who they've been practicing with the most. So if they're practicing with the second team, it's the second team receivers who they know their tendencies, their idiosyncrasies, their timing is much better, because that's who it is. Now, Mason Rudolph, to me, actually gets a little boost because Washington, yes, but Big Ben never practices on Wednesdays. So Mason Rudolph has had all of this time for 2 years now to practice with the ones on a regular basis, even if it's 1 day a week.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And if you notice, once Rudolph came into the game, suddenly they were using receivers. Ben hasn't been connecting with the wide receivers at all. And I think it's because, he can lay back, he can kind of, lazy throw. He's a vet, whatever. But with Mason Rudolph, they have to run the routes, and he's doing his practice routes and he's sticking to the plan. And so this is the plan. And the plan is to connect with these wide receivers. Now, he didn't complete every pass, et cetera, but it was a little bit more exciting. He had 2 touchdowns once he entered the game. I think there's major potential with Mason Rudolph. He's definitely someone I'm interested in.
I love it. Listen, I've said it. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm taking the points.
I think people are freaking out way too much about Juju too. Like, calm down, everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. All right. Let's jump to some questions here because there's still so much to talk about, but we don't want to leave everybody hanging here. In a 16-teamer, whoa, Rex Burkhead. It's your boy. It's Mendo Bruce here. Rex Burkhead, Devin Smith, or Marquise Goodwin?
Devin Smith.
Right? I hate to say it, but you're right. Stupid Cowboys.
Well, I mean, when he got like 74 yards last week on only 3 targets as soon as Gallup left the game. So now we've got no Gallup. They've been putting 3. You love it. You love it. You love the Cowboys. They've been playing with 3 wide receivers in this Kellen Moore offense, like more than 70% of the snaps. They can go to Randall Cobb now. He's a good person to look at. Devin Smith. And then they've got Amari Cooper. I mean, there could even be more options, even deeper, but I think Devin's a great one.
Are you guys looking to throw a 50 burger up on good old Miami and try and outdo the Baltimore Ravens?
That does seem like a Texas thing to do because, everything's bigger in Texas.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Nice egos. Great. Well, let's move on. Justin B wants to know, he says, I'm going to start Delaney Walker over OJ Howard. Does that seem okay?
I think it has to do with your risk aversion. Of course, it seems okay. You can't feel good about starting OJ Howard this week. He didn't get any targets last week. He was there for, basically blocking purposes.
Oh, but Bruce Arians, he said the balls will come. The balls will come. I'm serious. That's a direct quote.
This isn't a Kevin Costner movie, and Shoeless Joe Jackson isn't going to appear. So I'm going to play what I feel comfortable with, and it's not OJ Howard.
If you throw it, OJ will catch it. If you throw it, OJ will catch it. Unless you're Jameis Winston, then you'll just be off target, and it'll be a nightmare. All right, let's go to Facebook questions. Jim Phillips says, what's up, Howard and Jennifer?
What's up, Jim?
What's up? One of PPR Flex here needs 2 of these players. Are you ready?
Okay. All right.
Christian Kirk, Mark Ingram, Frank Gore, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Okay.
Or Adrian Peterson.
All right. I'm going Ingram and Gore.
Yeah. Like, even better if Devin Singletary's out with this hamstring injury.
Even better. Because it's such a good matchup.
It really is.
It's so good.
And
I wouldn't say
Chiefs too. Same thing.
Totally. They're both
Totally?
great. They're juicy. Totally.
Oh
All the way. Ingram and Gore. No question. By the way, Adrian Peterson, guys, I mean, I don't think that's I'm sorry.
Now you're just being mean. Wow. Oh, let's see. Aren't we at Gene Gregory says, aren't we at the maximum games Fournette can play without injury or self-destruction? Oh, man. Are we past that limit? You're not high on Fournette today, are you? Or are you?
Poor Lenny. Not particularly, but I do think he could have a bit of a bounce back today. I think that, the Titans defense against the run game hasn't been good in the previous 2 games. He has a shot. He could do it. He could decide this is my chance to put up some points, but I'm not having a lot of super faith in Fournette. I think Henry's really the only one to watch here.
You definitely do not sound confident. You do not. You sound confident in your take on not being confident in Leonard Fournette. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
100%. I'm all in.
Oh, so I put together a showdown slate over on DraftKings for tonight. In the captain's chair, I've got the Titans defense. I'm using Mariota, Henry. I've got Delaney Walker in there. I've got A.J. Brown in there. And then just coming back the other way, DJ Chark. I'm looking for a Titans blowout today. That's what I want. That's what I need. And then I'll be doing this live stream from my yacht in the Riviera. Probably not.
And what he means by that is, if he gets a yacht in the Riviera, he's not doing any more live streams.
None. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna retire and die.
And it'll all be due to Marcus Mariota.
Oh. All right, PPR need 2, a wide receiver and a flex. Josh Gordon, John Ross, Damian Williams, or Brandon Cooks. I'm going to take Damian Williams off the table here because I actually don't think he plays.
I think it has to be John Ross and Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. Garbage time Ross, Brandon Cooks. Mm-hmm. Josh Gordon, I mean, what? He's the number 3 receiver on the Patriots now. He's barely Philip Dorsett.
Yeah, we just don't know if he's going to get the time. So, no to Josh Gordon.
Okay. Well, I heard the so. I was like,
so, yeah. And that was my ellipses. And then I had nothing else to say.
And just so you guys know, Daryl Rule says he's not a girly owner, but he's got Malcolm Brown. Should he drop Malcolm Brown for Ito Smith or Darwin Thompson? Not for Smith.
No, I don't think so. You could speculate on Darwin Thompson, but I'm still not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I spent 5% of my fab on him this week. I'm a Darwin Thompson fan, but I don't know if I would drop Brown. Gurley's an injury risk still. Brown's still getting playing time. You just don't know. Thompson might actually be the 4th running back, and we haven't figured that out yet. So he's going to get some playing time probably, but I wouldn't.
You.
Me. And so, ...
But you're right. You're completely right. Like, that's the thing. Yes, obviously, if Jen and I were arguing about players back and forth, maybe we'd call each other names. Maybe one of us would get so crazy and animated. But we're right there, same page. It's like, what about somebody you do? But have to do that analyze this. You. Yeah. DJ Shark. Forever emblazoned. That's going to be on my epitaph. It's either going to read Baby Chark, or you're all a bunch of jackasses. Either one. That's what my epitap's going to read. Jim Phillips says, half point, PPR. Would you flex any of these? Would I flex any of them? I mean, I guess I would. It's McLaren, Mostert, or Hardman. I'm assuming he's got to pick one out of these guys, right? Doesn't he?
That's a tough one. Maybe McLaren.
Yeah, I'm tilting on him and Hardman. Or
Hardman. Yeah.
I'm wavering on. It's like, I guess it's a matter of, do you want a piece of that Kansas City offense,
right, going
up against Oakland, or McLaren, who's been, rock solid. His numbers have been great. And it was at Cleveland. Cleveland, Washington.
No, it's Chicago.
No. Chicago is against Washington. That's right.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit of a tougher corner. Maybe Hardman would probably be the lean here. Yeah, I agree. Gene Gregory asks if you get cute and play Marquise Brown instead of Michael Thomas this week in a standard league. Wow. That's Brown against the Chiefs looks like a really good matchup, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he's been getting like the lion's share of the targets, and the guy is fast. And I imagine they're going to have to be throwing they're going to be in a shootout. I mean, I might get cute and try it. Michael Thomas has been good, but again, there's a quarterback switch, so
yeah, it's so funny too, because if it were a different secondary even, but Seattle's got like a trashy secondary too.
Yeah.
So it's like you sit by, listen, I think based on the volume that Marquise Brown saw last week, and basically what we're seeing here between the Chiefs and the Ravens, it could be a shootout. This could be Lamar Jackson slinging the rock everywhere again.
And that's his favorite target, it seems.
Yeah. Gene, get cute, Gene.
Try it.
Get cute. Absolutely. All right. 12-team PPR. Do you like Hyde or Mostert in the flex this week? Mostert going up against those Pittsburgh Steelers, while Carlos Hyde is Houston's tangling. Man, why am I like all of a sudden I can't remember the matchups. I'm having trouble this week
too. It's the Chargers.
It is the Chargers, which is pretty easy matchup there.
Yeah. Well, I don't really love either of these because Mostert's going to be in a timeshare with Breida for sure, and we don't really exactly know how. Hyde did get the most carries last week by far, and the matchup's pretty good. I'd probably lean Hyde here, but I don't really love Hyde. I don't know what Bill O'Brien's thinking. I don't know. But
I don't love him either, but I'm not a Duke Johnson fan. Chargers giving up almost 150 rushing yards per game. They gave up like 200 rushing yards, in week one, and then, like a, $120 or whatever it was, from last week. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning more towards Hyde as well in this one. Definitely. Let's see. Start Chark tonight or take the risk of Alshon not playing. No, you can't. Alshon's not playing.
He's not playing.
DJ Chark. Nick Ski says start DJ Chark tonight.
Yes.
Sure. Absolutely.
They're just trying to get us to do the dance. That's what's happening.
That is what it is right there. Oh, David Stallman says he does have Robbie Anderson as a possibility. Is that really a possibility?
No, you don't.
Ooh, trade conversation here.
Oh.
Do you make this one Pat Mahomes for Baker Mayfield and Melvin Ingram? Is that Melvin Gordon or Mark Ingram, or is that actually Melvin Ingram, the defensive player? He's telling me who his running backs are.
IDP league?
No,
I don't think you trade Patrick Mahomes is the answer, unless
he meant Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. So you trade Mahomes for Ingram and Mayfield?
If you want to lose, sure. If you want to, make the playoffs and come up short because you don't have Pat Mahomes, yeah, absolutely. Don't make that trade. Don't do it. Brian Mangrich wants to know Josh Allen or Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson by a smidge.
By a smidge? You like Russell Wilson on that one. I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm going to say Josh Allen. So we are going to argue here. Do you want to tell me why Russell Wilson?
I don't really have a great reason why, I got to tell you.
Well, you could say that the Saints
except that they're playing the New Orleans. I was going to say, except that they're playing New Orleans, he's probably going to be a mess this week. They
are going to be a mess this week. PJ Williams, one of the worst cover corners in the world, working out of the slot, probably going to be on Tyler Lockett. Listen, it is a nice option here with Russell Wilson. I think I'm so invested. Maybe it's because I took Cincinnati mistakenly in a survivor pool last week, but I'm so anti-Cincinnati right now that I feel like everything John Brown, Josh Allen, if Devin Singletary's healthy, great. If not, Frank Gore. I'm all over the Bills here. I might have to join Bills Mafia and abandon poor New York Jets.
Hey, they're 2-0.
Bills Mafia, yeah. They're the only New York team with a win.
Wow. Yeah.
Should I drop Malcolm Brown for Mike Williams?
No, I wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't either, but it also obviously depends on A, if you own Gurley, B, who your other receivers are. Is Mike Williams going to be an improvement? Yeah. Need 2. Julian Edelman, DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, and Nelson Aguilar.
Moore and Aguilar.
Moore and Aguilar. I like it. No Edelman, just too many mouths to feed.
Too many mouths to feed. Exactly. We don't know. I think he got 5 targets last week. We just don't know. So I would just leave that alone. We know Aguilar's probably going to be the number 1 wide receiver this week, probably. And DJ Moore is due. He's due for a big game, for a touchdown.
I like it. Gene Gregory wants to know what I use in my hair. Mousse.
Pantene.
Shampoo. Water. I don't know, whatever the wife has sitting in the medicine cabinet, and it's like some sort of a hair product. If I don't put it slicked back like this at all, the way the length is, then I get like the huge Jufro, right? And it looked like an episode of Welcome Back, Kotter. Nobody needs to see that. Tyler Boyd or DK Metcalf? Who do you like?
DK Metcalf.
I do too. John Nagurney says, hi, Howard. Hi, John.
No love for me, John?
No.
What the heck?
He'd say hi to you. Mind your business.
I'm telling you. It's because you're the eye candy.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I know.
Full point PPR and your flex, Chris Carson or Marlon Mack. You got to go Carson right now. The last I heard, Marlon Mack, A, didn't practice. B, was leaving the clubhouse with a walking boot. I don't know why he wasn't wearing it, but he was leaving it with the walking boot. So it's probably if you wake up tomorrow morning and it hurts a little or you're a little swollen, put the walking boot on and get it, fixed there. So, Sean Gatto says, should we just watch the Yankees? What, as opposed to Thursday Night Football? Yes, 100%. I recommend watching the Yankees over this Jacksonville, Tennessee debacle.
Yankees are still playing for home field advantage here. Yankees got something to play for.
Yeah. Should I drop Cam Newton for Kirk Cousins or Jameis Winston?
I just feel icky about all this.
Listen, for this week at least, I would prefer Kirk Cousins.
For this week?
Well, they're playing Oakland. Their secondary's trashy. Gary and Conley, their best corner, he's hurt.
And it's probably true. You probably could go back and get Cam back if you're. So
yeah, totally.
So
nobody's racing out to grab Cam Newton right now. Do you prefer Sterling Shepard or John Ross as a wide receiver 4 in a 12-team PPR? It's not even starting.
Ross.
John Ross, get that upside. Go deep. Oh, so Jeremy Frost wants me to go full out fro on Sunday. I don't know if I can do that. I'll see if my wife will allow it. We'll have to wait and see. DJ Chark over Juju, Keenan Allen, Woods, or Robinson?
No, you need to stick with Keenan Allen. Like, there's no.
And Juju and Robert
Juju
Woods.
And Robert Woods.
And regardless of which Robinson that is, if that's DeMarcus or Allen. No, you don't start DJ Chark over these guys. Come on, Nick. Let's see who else is out there. That clears Facebook. We got some, some FA family hanging out on the old Periscope here.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got? Do I sit Fournette? I have Aaron Jones, Eckler, Damian Williams, and Malcolm Brown. Standard league.
Yeah, I think you have better options than Fournette.
I mean, if you've got a wide receiver to flex, you can go Aaron Jones and Eckler.
Yeah.
But if you don't really have a deep wide receiving core, then I'm kind of thinking you might as well just flex Fournette, right? Well, you mean flex one of these other running backs. That's where I'm at. At Gator Nation, that's where I'm at.
I like that.
I'd like to know who your tell me who your wide receivers are. Gator Nation. I want to know. Mason Rudolph over Mayfield versus the Rams this week. I don't trust Mayfield yet. Bold move. That's a bold move, Cotton. What do you think?
It's a bold move, and you know what? I might do it.
Really?
I might. Why not? It's a game. You got to make big plays if you want to win, right? It's not like Baker Mayfield's going to get you so many points.
Oof. Man, I don't know if I'd have the stones to do that.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest with you. I love your moxie.
It's pretty scary.
You know what though?
But I mean, it's not like you're starting him over like Lamar Jackson. It's Baker Mayfield. He's been pretty crummy. He hasn't picked up many air yards. He's just been crummy. He didn't look good at all last week.
And the Rams have a good secondary. Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib, Nickel Roby Coleman. All right, yeah, I'm in. I'm doing it. I'm going to go all in.
We convinced him.
I've already said I'm going all in on Mason Rudolph on the air, so I got to back it up, right? I got to put my money where my mouth is.
Try it.
Mason, you're my guy. I even wrote my love letter to him on the
You did?
Did.
I have to read that.
I kind of crapped on Big Ben at the same time.
Wow.
It's very mean. Let's get some, let's see. Do I have any questions over on the old YouTube? If Mac doesn't play, would you go Jordan Wilkins or Carlos Hyde?
Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, I would too. I think because, as much as, I like Wilkins as like a complimentary piece, I think Nyheim Hines would be the guy who would get it a lot.
He's going to get more.
Yeah. Matt Stafford or Kyler Murray this week?
Matt Stafford.
Matty Stafford. I'll tell you what. Here's my issue with Kyler Murray. You tell me if I'm crazy.
Okay.
He's put up good fantasy numbers over the last 2 weeks. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
It all comes in the fourth quarter when the team's playing from behind. How do they not accrue stats for the first 3 quarters? The offense is so bad. But then, the defense takes their foot off the gas a little bit because they're ahead, and now all of a sudden Kyler Murray's this, big. Is the possibility of those kind of garbage points worth using him over somebody who could have a bigger game, a bigger upside game?
Now, I agree with you 100%. I wouldn't be starting Kyler Murray here for a lot of those reasons. But I will say, as a counter to that, Matt Ryan's done the same thing the last 2 weeks. He's been meh. And then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, big numbers. But Matt Ryan and Kyler Murray are not the same. Please do not misunderstand.
How dare you? How dare
Matt Ryan
you
all the way.
These facts in my face, Jennifer. How dare you? John Brown or Mark Ingram in the flex?
John Brown or Mark Ingram in the flex? I would go Mark Ingram this week.
Yeah, I would too, even though I want to go against Cincinnati again.
Yeah.
But Mark Ingram is the right call. Would you trade Cooper Kupp for Marlon Mack in a full point PPR?
No.
Not me.
I wouldn't.
Not me. Not me. Again, I mean, listen, I like Mac, but I need to know more about this injury. It's really what it comes down to. I need to know more about this injury. Because anytime somebody's dealing with a walking boot, that's weeks. That's not, I'll be okay in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
In the flex, Royce Freeman or DJ Chark?
Let's go DJ. Is it a PPR?
They did not say.
I think I'm going to lean Shark here. Royce Freeman is just, what is that, a 50-50 split now, you think?
Yeah, probably.
For Detroit, it's a tricky one, but
Valerie says yes, it's a PPR.
I might try the upside of the Shark. What do you think, Howard?
I'm gonna probably go with I'm probably gonna go with Freeman. Like, well, I'll tell you what. If I'm looking for a higher floor, if I feel like it's just gonna be a close match with my opponent, and we look pretty evenly matched, then I would go with Royce Freeman. But if you're looking at your opponent's team and you're like, oh my God, like, how am I going to beat these guys? Like, this is ridiculous. How did he end up with Saquon Barkley and Patrick Mahomes and take your pick of the, Julio Jones? How about that? And you're like, if you're looking at that team, then go for DJ Chark because he's got the higher upside. And he's got the he's got the potential of hitting that really big game.
Number, so, yeah.
Steve Cook needs to know Curtis Samuel, Demarcus Robinson, DJ Chark, Will Fuller need 2 in a PPR.
Okay. Sorry, read those to me one more time.
Curtis Samuel.
Okay.
Demarcus Robinson.
Uh-huh.
DJ Chark, and Will Fuller.
Okay, I would do Robinson and Samuel.
Robinson and Samuel. You've got that Kyle Allen feel that Jim Bowden's got today, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I dig it. Samuel and D-Rob. I'm in. DJ Moore, Tyler Boyd, DK Metcalf, or Hardman. Pick one.
Pick one?
I know, right? How great of an option is this?
Let's go DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. I'll say this. I think if you're looking for the upside play, then Hardman would be the guy. But if you're looking for the floor, the guy who's going to move the chains, I like Moore also.
I think if I'm correct, that DJ Moore is the person who's had the most red zone targets who hasn't yet finished one out. So I think he's due. And that's why I'm leaning that way.
I like it.
But, and I don't know if it matters who's slinging him the rock at that point. I don't know.
I did not know that fact about his red zone targets, that he's got the most of anybody.
I think he has the most of anyone who hasn't had a touchdown.
All right.
Either has the most or he's tied.
Give me some end zone dancing. Great fact. Thank you very much. I got shares of more all over the place. Would you drop Raheem Mostert for Darwin Thompson, Frank Gore, or Tevin Coleman?
Not Tevin Coleman. I drop Raheem. No, I don't think I would. I think I'd stick.
Yeah, I mean, because I think again, we don't know what's going on with Darwin or the rest of that backfield or how it's going to be. I mean, does he have great upside? Sure, he does. But Mostert has a role in this offense, and Frank Gore, without Devin Singletary, would be the closest thing to it, but there's no guarantee.
Yeah, and I think Frank Gore, he's still older than Jesus. So, he's been good so far, but we don't know how long that will continue. And also, Mostert's sharing time with Breida, who has been good, but he's also an injury risk. He gets hurt a lot. So I think I'd stick.
That Jesus fella, not a young cat.
Well, what?
Not a young cat.
He got to 35,
That dude is old. Eric Ebron or Will Dissly?
Eric Ebron or Will Dissly? Dissly.
I like that. Hawkinson or OJ Howard?
Hawkinson.
Just use Hawkinson. Stop with the OJ Howard stuff. You can't start OJ Howard. Listen, I don't care. Like, see, what I love is that, everybody's like on that quote from Arians of the balls will come. But if you read the rest of the quote, he basically says to you, everything is situational, and some days it'll happen and some days it won't happen. Bottom line was that Arians turned around and said, it's going to be inconsistent. I can't tell you when it's going to happen for him, when he's going to get the targets, when we're going to find him open. I don't, like that was what he said. And if you're telling me that your head coach is like, well, we'll just kind of see how it goes. That's not, I'm targeting this guy, the balls will come to him. Like that's
I'm going to give you guys a good piece of advice. When a man can't commit, move along. That's all I'm going to say. Arians isn't committing. Right. This is a quality guy right here. He's gonna get his wife a yacht based on the Titans game tonight. I mean, quality.
Yeah, the SS Bender Titanic. I can just see it now. She's gonna be like, "Do you trust me, Howard? Do you trust me?" No, I'm pushing you over the side. If Mac plays, would you play him or Freeman? Listen, no. I don't care if it's Royce Freeman or Devonta Freeman. The answer is no. I'm not interested in Marlon Mack this week. I think it's a calf issue. I think it's a problem, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. 100%.
I like that. Totally.
All right, let's see. Looking for more questions. Just want to make sure that I don't ignore anybody. I want to spend all my time on YouTube and then ignore the Facebookers. I'm not like that. I'm trying to spread the love, share it all. Tennessee defense or the Rams defense? Tennessee tonight or the Rams against the Browns?
I'm gonna take the Rams. What about you?
I'm gonna take the Rams as well. I think that Baker can be turnover prone. Again, I think that it's a run-heavy scheme tonight in that game. So, yeah, there could be some fumbles, but overall, I don't know. PPR, flex, Mecole Hardman, Will Fuller, Royce Freeman, Nelson Agholor, or Peyton Barber. I'd like to know how many teams are in this league that this is like all sitting there on the bench, all willy-nilly.
Yeah, that you can just plug it in.
Jeez.
All right, I'm gonna say go for Mecole Hardman. Play the upside here. He's a piece of the Kansas City offense, and how can you turn that down?
Yeah, I'll say that for the upside play there. Yeah, but again, if you want to go like just high floor, I do like Nelson Agholor in this matchup. I do.
That was the other player I was debating. So, yeah, I guess it just depends on what you need, as Howard said earlier.
Yeah. Would you drop Alshon Jeffrey for Nelson Agholor? Valerie Pack wants to know.
No.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Like, if you have like a really short bench, like some people only have like 4 guys on their bench and that's all they're allowed. If it's like that, then I would probably drop Jeffrey. But if you got like 6 guys or 7 guys on your bench, then probably not. I'm with you.
Well, how long are they saying Jeffrey's out? 2 to 3 weeks?
This report from it was NFL Network's Mike Garofalo, who was like, I don't think they're getting Djax or Alshon Jeffrey back before week 5. So, I mean, that's 2 or 3 games right there, is what the speculation is. So, yeah, I mean, if you have to use that bench spot, then I would do it. Like, if you're going to use Agholor, if you're going to start him, then then that makes sense to drop Alshon Jeffrey. But if you're not going to start him, well, then, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's not worth it.
Mm-mm.
12-team PPR, need to start a running back. Miles Sanders, Royce Freeman, or do I grab Gore off the waivers? But I've got a short bench, so would have to drop McLaurin or Marquise Brown for Gore. Well, then
I wouldn't do that. No, because Gore's going to have maybe one good game, and then who knows?
Right. So Miles Sanders or Royce Freeman for you. Sanders, he's going up against Detroit. And Rolls-Royce is driving against Green Bay.
Well, so that was
Sanders.
Sanders for me.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, Mark Shadle says, hi, Jen.
Hi.
He was that nasty Cowboys guy who put me in that weird Cowboys Hawaiian shirt.
That was awesome, Mark.
Yeah. Was it, though?
It was.
Was it?
It was awesome for me.
Was it awesome for you?
Yeah, it was.
Great. Revenge, Jen. Revenge.
Okay.
The dish best served cold.
Cold?
I'm going to freeze you out.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's go back to the old Facebookers here. They got questions. They want answers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
DK Metcalf or Terry McLaurin? Oh. He's got a Redskins logo as his avatar.
Oh, then you needed to play McLaurin.
Just for your own peace of mind.
Yes, you do.
Right? Give yourself an extra incentive there to cry on Monday Night Football.
But McLaurin is playing Chicago, so if you want to play against your team.
I mean, listen, I think either guy is acceptable. I think that we're splitting hairs between the two of them because McLaurin he's the guy that Case Keenum has been looking for. And, yes, does Chicago have decent secondary? Of course it does. But we saw what Manny Sanders did to them last week. I mean, that was abusive there. So if you're going to, use McLaurin, use McLaurin. I think that's fine. Yes, DK Metcalf is a soft, opponent in the Saints, but Saints are also in trouble now, and this could be an interesting thing. Like if Seattle's playing from, ahead, they're just going to run the ball, run it all day long. It's a run-first offense. Oh, Nick says he's starting DJ Chark. He's going against our better recommendations here.
All right,
Nick. Luck. Don't come running to my place, whining and crying when it doesn't pan out. No pears for you, dude. I tell you about the pear tree in my front yard?
No.
This sucker is working crazy overtime. Like I literally had to tell. Like we brought bags over to our neighbors. And I said to my wife, she was going to the grocery store the other day. She's like, is there anything particular that you want? I'm like, yeah, don't buy me any fruit. Like she'll get me like some sliced melon or something like that. I'm like, I'm eating nothing but pears. I'm on an all pear diet now. But Nick Ski, none for you, dude. He's local here. None. Greg Olson or Big Vance McDonald. Wow, Tim Conway's watching this. Tim Conway. You're too young to know who
famous.
Tim is.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
I would go Greg Olson this week.
Great matchup, right?
Because of the matchup.
Sick matchup. Matt Ryan or Kirk Cousins?
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan for me as well. I have Lev Bell and Derrick Henry. Backup is Singletary and Barber. Should I try to pick up Gore? Would have to drop Crowder, Marvin Jones, or Jack Doyle. I mean, if Jack Doyle is your second tight end.
Yeah.
Right?
Why not? Yeah, you could drop Jack Doyle, but I think people are getting a little too excited about Gore. Little early. I mean, he has a good matchup this week. Absolutely. Certainly in a cash game. That's a good play, but let's temper our expectations here about old man Frank. Okay?
He's only 137 years old, Jen. You make it sound like he's ancient.
I know.
Standard scoring, Derrick Henry or Devonta Freeman?
I'm going to go Henry.
It's a tasty one there.
That is a good one. I'm going to go Henry.
Going to go Henry also. I like it. I'm going Derek. I'm all in on him tonight. If Mac is out, slide carry on to RB2 and start John Brown the flex.
Sure.
Yeah. That's a great plan.
Sounds good to me.
That's actually the plan that I would use anyway, whether Mac is playing or not. DK Metcalf, Mecole Hardman, Sterling Shepard, or Jarvis Landry. Need one.
Mecole Hardman.
It's so funny. How you guys have these just vast riches of young, tasty upside wide receivers? Jeez. I think I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Maybe you're doing it right because you're teaching all of them how to do it.
Am I fantasy footballing wrong here? I don't have all those rookies. Full PPR flex DJ Moore or Manny Sanders.
You got to go Manny.
Oh, really? I thought you were all in on your boy, DJ.
I am all in on my boy, but God, Manny's been so good.
He was balling last week.
And you know what? I don't know. I'm just feeling an emotional movement towards Emmanuel Sanders. This is an emotional choice.
Okay. All right.
I'm liking it.
Sometimes Jen's playing with her heart, guys. She's playing with her heart right now.
Manny.
I like it. Manny Sanders it is. Let me see. Wow, there's more questions over here. There's more questions over there.
Bring them, guys. Get us all the questions you can.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's go. Let's try and rapid fire it here because we only have about 10 minutes left. So
already?
I know, right? Crazy, right? Here we go. Mark Ingram or Frank Gore in the flex? PPR.
Mark Ingram.
What the heck? What? All right. No, I don't know what any of that is. That is not a question. Back over here. If Mac doesn't play, which I don't think he is, Drake, Jordan Howard, Tony Pollard, or Miles Sanders? I mean, I'm going Miles Sanders here. Did you freeze? Did she freeze, Matt? I think she froze. It appears that we lost Jen. So, all right, let me wrap things up here, guys, and hit you there. Right? I thought she was like, I'm not answering this stupid question anymore. Let's go. So, yeah, if Mac doesn't play, Miles Sanders is the way to go. Not sure where my questions went to. Was watching Link on Twitter, posted questions. I don't know, Eric. We're at Tribeca 187. Let's see. Do I see anything that says at Tribeca 187? No. Ask him here, buddy. Ask him right here. I don't know where they went either, Eric. So let me know. Is Justice Hill droppable? Steven, it depends on who you're dropping him for. If you need a guy, well, then so be it. Then you need a guy. Let's see. Sorry if I missed that. Are they down on Chark? No, we're with Chark. It just depends on who it is, Jason. It just depends on who it is. Keyshawn John, it's K Johnson versus the Eagles. So it's Kerryon Johnson or Mark Ingram. Give me Mark Ingram here. Howard, what are my expectations for Montgomery this Monday? I start Montgomery. I'm definitely starting him. Darren Waller or drop him from Olsen this week. Darren Waller. Definitely stick with him. Fournette or Chark tonight. Go with Fournette. Start one, Josh Allen or Carson Wentz. Start me some Josh Allen. And I think that is going to do. Oh, do I hear Jen?
Yes.
Hey!
Guys, they had a power surge in my building.
Ba-boom!
I just lost all my power. I'm so sorry.
All right, well, that's okay. Now you just pulled the curtain here on us, Jen, because we were supposed to be you were supposed to be in Dallas at the stadium.
Oh.
There it goes now. But that's okay because you know what? We're done anyway, so it's time for us to get out of here. Big thanks to everybody for tuning in. Much appreciated. If we didn't get to your question, go over to fantasyalarm.com and go to the chat room right there. They'll be able to take care of it because I think we did. Oh, Hawkinson or Disley. Give me Hawkinson. Hardman, Ridley. I mean, between those two, I'd go Ridley. Hawkinson or Jared Cook. Give me Hawkinson as well. Now that's officially going to do it for us here. Big thanks to everybody for writing in. Jen, final words here before we get to this horror show of a game tonight?
No, just remember, baby shark.
Baby shark. On that note, big thanks to our producer, Matt Sells. I'm Howard Bender. This has been the Fantasy Alarm Thursday night live stream. For Jen Piacenti, we're out of here. Be good. Catch you next time.